Hiya guys, and welcome to this week's video. So yes, we are in Taormina, as you can tell by the title. It's going to be a very good video. We're going to be doing a lot of exploring, eating a lot of pasta, drinking a lot of wine, and also checking out some of the beaches because apparently they're supposed to be really nice. So we have just got to the hotel now. I'll say it's a hotel, it's like a little boutique kind of hotel. There's just like little suites here and there. So yeah, I'll quickly show you the room. So the place that we're staying at is called Taormina Infinity Suites, and our room is just down here. So you've got a private little gate here, and it's like a little courtyard kind of thing with a table and two chairs. And then head inside, you've got this nice big wooden door. And as you go in, got a nice double bed, a few lamps on the side, and also the bedside tables. And coming onto the other side, you've got a nice big long desk going all the way across the wall, and then also a big mirror. And then your wardrobe and fridge was just there in the left. Nice picture on the wall. And then going into the bathroom, you've got a few steps here, which lead into this lovely looking bathroom, to be fair. It's got a nice sink there in the middle, nice round mirror. And also, with us being in Italy, it's got a bidet there and your toilet. And then on the other side, just behind the door, you have got the shower. So yeah, as you can see, the room is quite nice, very minimalistic and simple. It's got everything that you need. So yeah, what I'll do now is show you to the pool, the rooftop pool. But first, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like this video as well. So this is the rooftop pool. It's only a small little pool, but yeah, I can see myself just relaxing here in the sun, having a little dip in the pool, and then also sunbathing on these comfy looking chairs. Yeah, it's really nice up here, very secluded. So because it's been quite a long journey, and I am in trackies, so it doesn't really fit in with the vibe, I need to have a quick shower and get myself ready and looking fresh. Alright, so all freshly showered. Fortunately, I've got to admit the shower wasn't the most powerful thing in the world, but yeah, now it is time to go out. Now I'm looking all fresh. So this is the first time coming out and seeing what it's like, and I've just got to say the streets are absolutely amazing. All the buildings just look fabulous. So there's a little bar just up these steps, which I think I'm going to try. Chairs and that look a little bit like barbershop courte, but yeah, it's a nice little spot. Got myself a beer, the partner got herself a Hugo Spritz, but yeah, just look at the view down there as well. So we're going to have a little wander on the square and just check out the amazing view. Nice little Vespa there with all the details on it. Yeah, like I say, all the streets are just absolutely beautiful, just so stunning. Just look at that building, and it's a Louis Vuitton shop. So this is the main view from the square, and just look at that view. Have you seen a sea that blue before? It just looks unreal. So now it is time to do a little bit of exploring and go into the amphitheater. So yeah, this should be really good. There is quite a lot of steps, but I'm sure it's going to be worth the hike. So it was originally built by the Greeks in the 3rd century BC, and then it got rebuilt and enlarged by the Romans around the 2nd century AD. The capacity back then, it could hold 10,000 spectators, but now it's normally about 4,500 to 5,000. As you can see, it looks absolutely amazing, overlooking the sea and Mount Etna. So we used to host gladiator combats and games, obviously back in the day, but now it is more for venue concerts, theatre, and even Taormina Film Festival. So now that we are halfway round and we are at the top, there's like a little cafe slash bar, so I think I've earned myself a drink, so I think that's what I'm going to do now. I'll tell you what, I think I need this. Especially after all them steps I've just climbed then. Oh, refreshing. Might be a plastic glass, but it's not too bad of a pint, that.
Plastic glass.
Plastic cup even. Plastic glass. Right, time to look at the rest of the amphitheater. Now we've had a little bit of a break from them steps. So this is the backstage before you get onto the stage. Well, obviously everyone will get themselves ready, get themselves all prepared. So yeah, and then what we're going to do is have a little walk up and then hopefully see the stage. I'm not too sure if you're allowed to stand on it. So no, I don't think you can get through there. So what we're going to do is walk around and see it from the bottom. And here it is. So it is quite an amazing looking thing, and having it all open like that, meaning you still get them beautiful views at the back of obviously the beautiful sea. And like now, I think obviously all the white seating is the only ones that you can use. I don't think the ones at the top are really that safe or comfortable. So this place has also gained recent modern fame, as this was the location of the hit series The White Lotus. If any of you have ever seen that, it is quite a good series, to be fair. I think it's on HBO Max, which also on Sky. And yeah, as you can see, nice few ruins here. So that was the amphitheatre done, and now we're off to where we're going. To some gardens somewhere. So yeah, the amphitheatre was €16 each, which I suppose was a little bit expensive, but it wasn't too bad. And also there was quite some views there, so yeah, it was worth going. So yeah, now we are off to the public gardens. Alright, so let's head inside. This looks unreal just from the outside with these big massive gates and the fences. So this was originally designed by a Scottish noblewoman called Florence Trevelyan. Is that how you say her surname? Possibly. In the late 19th century. So as you can see, there is a tower over there, and then I will show you another one in a minute. And the reason that she designed them was just for observational reasons. So obviously keeping an eye on everyone, keeping the riffraff out maybe. Yeah, as you can see, with all these nice lovely pots as well. And as you can see, that all the grounds are maintained very well, just showcasing a beautiful blend of the Mediterranean and subtropical plants. And of course you've got the palm trees around as well. But yes, there is the other part of the building, which looks really nice, and all them purple flowers everywhere. Like I said, as you can see, it's been well maintained. And it also does have the historical monuments just intertwined with the nature of World War I and World War II. And there is even a little mini submarine, which unfortunately I didn't get on camera. But there is a nice little cannon there in the corner, which we shall just take a closer look of. And you've also got this beautiful fountain right in the middle, which as well, there was a beautiful house there, which I assume is where she might have lived, which looks absolutely stunning. It looks like something out of Romeo and Juliet, to be fair. So that's the Italian garden now done. It was really nice in there, to be fair. You wouldn't really get anything like that in the UK. But now it's time to get a drink and then get some food as well, as we are a little bit peckish now. So we have come across this little Sicilian bar, which is also on steps as well, but it does look really nice. I think what I'm going to have is a nice cold beer, and then also maybe order myself some mixed prosciutto. One good thing in Taormina is every time you have a drink, they always give you like little nibbly bits, and these ones have been really, really nice. So now it's time for the mixed bruschetta. So as you can see, we've got different flavours on here. I think it looks a bit like chili paste, which I think I'm going to have to try that one. And also some peppers, and even some mushroom paste that might be. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is give this one a try. Not too spicy that, it's nice that, yeah. Quite juicy. Spread a little bit. Right, so it's time now to have our first proper meal here. And we have come to Villa Sicaro, which is just a pizza place really, but it looks really, really nice outside. We'll do is quickly head inside, show you the little bar, which really, really nice inside. So just a little reception bit and then leading back outside. Which, yeah, such a great atmosphere out here. It was so busy, as you can see. So I thought I would treat myself and get myself a glass of red wine, but my missus decided to go a bit boring and get a Coke Zero. So the pizzas have now come, and I have got a pepperoni ham and cheese. And then my partner got also a pepperoni, but with mozzarella cheese, and obviously tomato sauce on it, with a side of salad. Right, so I think it's time to have a taste. Which I've got to say, that is absolutely delicious, full of flavour, but it's nice and soft with a nice crispy crust. Right, so that's it. We have just come out of Villa Sicaro, I think it's called. We've had some... Is that what it was called?
Villa Sicaro.
Villa Sicaro, that's what I said, yeah. See, I was right. So yeah, we had some nice pizza, to be fair. The crust was nice and crispy, but very soft in the middle. But the service was not the best, if I'm honest, but all round it was good, to be fair. So yeah, I think we're going to call it a night. So yeah, I think now the night is over for us. I just say it has been a long day, so we shall continue this video tomorrow. But we have decided to bring some pizza home with us. The missus couldn't finish it all, could ya? No. Good morning and welcome to day 2. So today we are just going to have a nice relaxing day, to be fair. Going to go down to the beach and just soak up the sun. So there are many ways you can get down there. You can either get there by a taxi. They also do bus routes down there, but we are deciding to go for the cable car route. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this day as much as I will do. So as we were walking towards the cable cars, I thought I need to get this street on video again, because the buildings are just absolutely unreal. Some nice little shops around, and this building there, the big clock, must be the best looking one in Taormina. Right, so now it's time to go down to the beach in the cable cars, which I think is the best way to get down there, because you get to see all of the views, which they are just absolutely outstanding. And here we are. Lucky enough, we got here quite early, so to make sure that we definitely get a seat. Yeah, as you can see, it looks absolutely unreal. The beaches are quite stony around here, so if I was you, I'd probably buy yourself some wet shoes, which you can get a cheap pair off Amazon. But yeah, as you can see, I have brought my book along, which I'm just going to chill in the sun, read a few chapters, and maybe even have a dip in this beautiful blue sea. Alright, so I think it's time to go for a little bit of a dip. So with it being pretty cold in there, and me being quite a bit of a pussy, it did take me a while to get my full body underneath, but I did manage to get there. So now that I've had a little dip and made myself look like that I was drowning, I think it's time to make myself a sandwich. So we've got ourselves some ham, a few little olives, and also some cheese. And we've got ourselves a lovely little baguette from the shop. Right, so let's give this beast of a sandwich a try. Something that Joey off Friends I think would be very proud of. So that is the beach done. Very nice, and it was nice to actually relax. And now it is time to get back on the cable car, get ourselves back up to the room, get ourselves freshened up for tonight. So we thought we would come to this little bar, which is right on the square overlooking the sea. So they've got live music on as well, which looks like a really nice chilled out vibe to go to. So I got myself a nice glass of white wine, and Mrs. got herself a Prosecco. And I've got to say, these are the best snacks by far. 2 little arancinis, some crisps, a few crackers, nuts and some olives as well. Just lovely just before we go for our meal. And of course you've got that lovely view as well. So tonight we are at a place called Nunciatina. I think that's how you pronounce it, so let's head inside. As you can see, it is really nice inside. If you've ever been to the Ivy, it's giving me that kind of vibe, but just a little bit nicer, a little bit more classy. So this is the outside, very nice, especially with the weather being half decent as well. So let's quickly take a look at the menu, which you've got quite a lot to choose from. So you do have the starters, and then here you have the first course and then the main course. So you're supposed to have like 3 courses really, no sorry, 4. So obviously your starter, your first course and your main course, and then a dessert. And then also, this is the wine list, which is on a tablet, which I've never used before, but yeah, I already know what wine I'm going to pick anyway. So they brought us some lovely nice soft bread with some delicious olive oil, which I've got to say, Italy definitely do the best olive oil. And then so for starters, I went for an octopus skewer, which was very nice. And my partner got a buffalo burrata with asparagus salad. So then for main, yes, you can say that I'm boring, but I decided to go for a steak, and I did get myself some rosemary potatoes. And then my missus also got herself some pasta, which looks really nice. So I've just come out of the restaurant now, and my thoughts of it are, it is really nice inside. The food was absolutely amazing, but the service did let it down a little bit. It was a little bit too slow, and to be fair, I feel like it's like that in most of the restaurants, but other than that, yeah, can't fault anything, to be fair. Now that it's night time, we thought we'd have a little stroll back to the apartment, and we thought we'd just have a little look what it's like at night time, which looks really nice while it's lit up. But yeah, I think that's going to be the night, and I shall see you in the morning. So it is now day 3, and today it's going to be quite a foodie day, trying some local food and stuff like that, and getting a little bit of ice cream. So yeah, let's go. So the first stop is to this place called Bambar for some nice granita. If you're not too sure what it is, it's basically a semi-frozen treat which the Sicilians have for breakfast, made of sugar, water and flavourings. So yeah, as you can see, looks really Italian inside. And I shall quickly show you the menu now. As you can see, all the different flavours. It is a good job that they do have English on the right hand side as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this. And of course, you're supposed to have it with a brioche bun. So the flavours that we went for, so I went for the kiwi, and then you can get more than one flavour. So my missus got strawberry and raspberry. Then of course, we've got ourselves a brioche bun for ourselves, which what you're supposed to do is dip it in and get them flavours all together, because apparently the sweet, eggy and buttery bread makes a perfect balance with the icy sharp and refreshing slush, which provides a brilliant contrast in temperature and texture. And I've got to say, that is very true. It absolutely tasted amazing with that brioche bun, but I do just want to try a little bit of it on its own. And it was just such a refreshing and a good way to start the day. So that was the granita. It was very nice, a bit unusual obviously with the brioche, but it was definitely refreshing. And obviously I went for the kiwi, which was, yeah, it was really, really nice. And now it's time to get some proper lunch now. We have come to a place called Osteria da Rita, and we have got here basically just before it opens because it gets so busy. And yes, again, we've gone for the mixed bruschetta, which as you can see, these do look quite big, especially just for a starter. Yeah, we are going to share them. As you can see, the different flavours on there. We've got a bit of salmon, mushroom, a few peppers and that. And then I decided to go for the ravioli for the main, which it doesn't look a lot, but believe me, it was very, very filling. And then my partner then also got herself the pasta, which looks 10 times bigger than mine, and she does love the parmesan. So yeah, as you can see now, it is very, very busy, so do come here and do expect to wait. Just to finish off the meal, we thought we'd get ourselves some Italian ice cream. As you can see in here, they have got lots and lots of flavours and they look absolutely incredible. So now it's time to wash all that food down, and the first place is called Ria das Bastioni. That's how you say it. It does say there on the menu. Yeah, it's quite a nice place inside, and it is the perfect spot to people watch, just watching everyone go by. So yeah, really, really nice. As you can see, there's all the lovely streets. So yes, we've got more snacks, some crisps, and then these like little nuts. And as we were just people watching, this absolutely unreal little Fiat 500 came through the street, which doesn't get any more Italian than that. Don't think so. So we thought we'd just have a little bit of a browse around the little shops, maybe get ourselves a few souvenirs for the families and that. But yeah, as you can see, they've got a lot of different like jams and pastes and pestos, and then also quite a lot of liqueurs. Yeah, so many cute little spots here, all selling the same kind of stuff, so it doesn't really matter which shop you get it from because the prices are pretty much similar. And then also over here, we've got some Etna gin, which have got a lot of things which are Etna, obviously, it's probably been grown around the volcano. Now it's time to stop off at another bar, and there was loads of like little bars down going up towards the steps, and I think it's quite a cool vibe, to be fair, because you get to see quite a lot that's in front of you. And here you've got a nice lovely water fountain, and also just like this little hatch at the side of the building. Obviously it's a little bar. And then I decided to get myself a pint, and then my missus also got a Hugo Spritz, and of course more little snacks, which I can't complain about. And now I think it's time to get ourselves a nice little sweet treat. So we have stopped at a place called La Pagnalauto Guinness, which at first I thought it was serving Guinness, but unfortunately not. So we got ourselves a cannoli each. I went for a strawberry cannoli, which looks very strawberry and very creamy. Then my missus got a pistachio one. So yeah, let's give this strawberry one a try. I think it's going to be a very, very messy one. Which, yes, it was quite messy, as you can tell by the look on my face, but it was absolutely delicious, and I'm glad I went for the strawberry one as it was just dead light and refreshing. And now I think it's time to go for a little bit of a wander out of town and find ourselves a little wine spot. So we have found this little wine place here called Casamata, which is a nice little place just to chill out. If you don't want too much of the hustle and bustle in the streets, then this is the perfect place for you. So yeah, we've got ourselves 2 wines, and yes, of course, some more little snacks. And we thought, just before we head back to the apartment, we would get ourselves another pizza. This time we went to La Napolitana, I think it's called. Which yeah, my missus has definitely gone for the better pizza than what I have. So yeah, I was definitely jealous of that one. So welcome to the final full day. Unfortunately, we are going back tomorrow. But we are doing pasta making and pizza making. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And then what we're going to do after that is just chill by the pool. So yeah, let's go and make some pizza and pasta. So the place we're going to is called Porta Mezzina. So yeah, really can't wait to try a bit of this. Like I say, cooking's not really my kind of thing, but this should be quite fun. And then of course, does it get any more Italian than this while you're eating your own pizza? And then we are quickly stopping off at Rosticeria da Cristina for some lovely arancini, as we have not tried it yet. So this place looks really, really nice. Quite a chilled vibe by the looks of it, so let's head inside. So as you can see there, you've got the full menu there. And you've got loads of different types of breads, some lovely little pizza slices in there. And also you've got all your different flavoured arancinis, which they do look really, really nice. So we cannot wait to try these. Got ourselves an arancini each, then also one pizza slice, but we have got two for some reason, which I'm not arguing about, to be fair. So let's pull this one apart and see what it's like. So this is the cheese and ham, and just look at the way that cheese pulls away from there. And then I got one which was called a spicy Etna, which I think was just a little spicy one with a little bit of meat inside. So let's give it a try. It's good, that. And then of course I've had to try the ham and cheese one. Just look at all the cheese that's falling out of it. So yeah, not too sure which one I'm going to prefer, but you can't really go wrong with a ham and cheese, so let's give it a go.
Is that better than the other one? Try it.
They're both so nice. I need them about it. Alright, so that is going to be the end of the trip. It's been absolutely amazing. I do recommend coming to Taormina. So yeah, we're going for a little swim. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.